Hello, contractors. This is why being the best contractor in your area means nothing. And a lot of you guys, don't understand that. If you don't know who I am, I'm Sebastian. I'm the owner here of this Hypeway AI. I work with a bunch of contractors and I get them amazing results. I get them jobs. I change their lives, not only their lives, their families and their crew. These are just a bunch of testimonials from some testimonials. I've got a lot more, but if you want to pause and read through them, here they are. Anyway, let's get into the source. So why being the best contractor in the area means nothing. The best contractor in your area uh is probably not the busiest one. You've been perfecting your craft for years. Your work is immaculate. Your customers love you, right? And yet, some guys down the road with half of your experiences are turning away more work than you can even win. That's not an accident. That's not fair, but it's fixable. 97% of buying decisions are made before a contractor is even contacted. 3 seconds time a homeowner takes to form a first impression of your business. Value of being the best if nobody knows you exist is $0. I've been doing business. I've been doing this business 15 years. My work speaks for itself. So why is some kid who started 3 years ago fully booked and I'm chasing quotes? Does that sound like you? Quality gets you repeat business, right? It doesn't get you new business. We want new business. Here's what nobody in the trades wants to hear. Customers can't tell the difference between a great contractor and an average one before they hire them. They can't. How would they know? They make decisions on completely different factors. One, what the customer actually judges you on, right? How fast you respond, how professional you sound, how your online presence looks, how many reviews you have. None of these are actually about the quality of your work. They're about the perception. Perception is reality, right? And the perception is what wins jobs before you even show up. The painful truth about being the best: if two contractors show up to quote the same job, the one who followed up faster, the one who had more reviews and looked more established online will win the job almost every single time, even if your work is twice as good. Skill is invisible until they hire you, right? A customer can't see your skill on a website or in a quote. What they can see is everything about the skill: your response time, your presentation, reviews, visibility. That's what they buy. They buy the outcome. You're not competing on skill. You're competing on visibility. The contractor beating you isn't better at the job. He's better at being seen. Here's what the competition actually looks like in 2026. Best contractor versus most visible contractor, right? The best contractor does incredible work, on it to relies on the work to sell itself, right? Waits for a word of mouth to spread naturally. 5 inquiries a month, or referrals. Drops price when work slows down. Does that sound like you? Is that the type of you know business we want to run? I'm sure we don't want to be relying on word of mouth. The most visible contractor, right? This is what we want to be. Does good work, markets it aggressively to everyone in the area. Imagine everyone in the area saw you, when they wanted a deck done or a kitchen, bathroom, whatever, a new roof. Imagine they went straight to you. They saw you. You popped up in their feed straight away. You know, we have a target algorithm that does exactly that. It's incredibly smart. Shows up in front of local homeowners every single day. 20 inquiries a month from target local advertising. Turns leads up or down like it's a tap whenever needed. Imagine you could just have jobs start pouring in, turn a tap on. When you got too much work, great problem, turn it off, on it again and off. Imagine you could do that. The lies contractors tell themselves about why they're not busier. Most contractors know deep down something needs to change, right? But they talk themselves out of it with the same excuses every single time. These are 4 myths that you guys tell yourselves. My work speaks for itself. Yeah, only to people who've already hired you. To everyone else, you don't exist. Your work can't speak if nobody can find it, right? Myth number 2, I get all my work through referrals. Great. Until one slow month hits and the referrals dry up. That's not a business strategy. That's hope. And hope doesn't pay the bills in January. Advertising is for contractors who can't get work naturally. The busiest contractors in every trade advertise, whether you're good, whether you're bad. They don't advertise because they need the work. They advertise so they never have to worry about needing it. So your pipeline stays full. You know, customers will find me whenever they need me. Is another myth you guys tell yourself. Not if your competitor shows up on their feet first. You know, the world is not fair. It really isn't. The contractors they see first is the one they actually call first. Being findable isn't enough anymore. Maybe in 2012, yeah, but in 2026, in 2027, no, it's not. Being the best contractor means nothing without this, right? Skill alone is not a business. Skill plus visibility plus a system, that's a business. Here's the formula. The booked out contractors are using, right? Uh, Great work, the foundation. Okay, you still need great work. Don't get me wrong. You guys need to be good at your jobs. Keep customers happy and generate word of mouth, right? Consistent visibility, showing up in front of local homeowners every single day, not waiting to be found. Imagine every homeowner in your town, in your city, knew you was the first person to call every time they needed some work done. Imagine that. We can do exactly that for you. A lead system that runs without you. Inquiries coming in while you're on the tools, not just when someone happens to mention your name. This equals fully booked, full price, no slow months. Imagine that you're on the tools, you're sleeping, inquiries are coming in. Imagine you have a whole system that does it for you. You know, amazing, right? How to make your skill actually work for your business. Your craft is already there. Now it's time to make sure that the right people can see it. Here's how the booked out contractors do it. Get in front of homeowners before they go looking. The best contractors don't wait to be searched. They show up in the feed of every homeowner in their area on Facebook and Instagram before they even start looking for someone. 190 million plus homeowners are active on Meta daily in the USA. It's 190 million. That's crazy. Be the first one they think of. When a homeowner sees your work consistently in their feed, you become the obvious choice. You know, you become familiar to them when they need the job done. Not the best option, the only option they consider. First contractor to respond wins the job 78% of the time. Let the system do the visibility for you. You focus on the craft. The system handles making sure everyone in your area knows who you are. Everyone in your area will know who you are. Leads come in while you work, not because someone happened to mention your name, not because of referrals, not because of that one good job you did a couple months ago, thinking, it's gonna start pouring in work from now on. No, it's this $5 to $15 average cost per lead versus 55 to 120 cost per click on Google. So not even a lead. If you're still using Google, stop that right now. Meta is the way. Facebook and Instagram is what you need to be using. Yeah, and so that's really it. You're already best. Now it's time to get the busiest. Imagine being the best and the busiest. Your skill got you this far, but this skill alone won't keep you. But this skill alone will keep you exactly where you are. The contractors pulling ahead, aren't working harder. They just made sure the right people can find them. Stop letting average contractors beat you. Stop letting Jose down the road take all your work just because he's doing something you're not, which you can easily change. Stop waiting for referrals that never come in. Stop lying to yourself, guys. Stop being invisible to the homeowners in your area. Start showing up where your customers actually are. You want to be where the customers are. You want to be on social media. While they're scrolling, you pop up, your ads pop up. With our targeting systems, we make this extremely easy. Everyone in your area will know who you are. If you guys want to see the system, right? If you want exactly this, there's a link in my bio. You guys can book a call with me whenever you see a slot free. We'll just have a nice chat. and yeah, I'll show you exactly how it works, and if we want to work together or not. That's it from me.